What up, everybody? Welcome to Late Night Live number 151. Sorry for the slight delay. Just running around like a chicken with my head cut off, getting everything ready for the stream. I'll actually move this camera a wee bit like this. Alright. How's everybody doing this evening? What up, Jose? What up, Cyril? Hello, Karina. What up, Skeet? Welcome, 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 everybody. Very good to see you as well. Getting all my stuff sorted out here. Okay, good to go. Wonderful. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. Whew. Breathe. Just running around like crazy. Getting my tea done. Getting all my stuff ready to go. Let's first and foremost. Is this visible? Where can I have this so it's visible? Right. Is that visible? Right there? Yeah. Spin. Get that going, because we gotta. Good afternoon, Nan. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Malaysia. Alright, so as everybody knows, if you read the description of this video, we are doing part 2 of our curating the alphabet. Here is the alphabet that or the letters we got through A through J last week. The ones that ended up on this piece of paper aren't necessarily the best ones that we did during that stream, but here they are. We made it A through J, and we're going to continue that on today, picking specific variations from a PDF. There is a link in the description of this video to the page that has the PDF of the different alphabets that were printed in the Business Educator. Last time we did this, I kind of left it up to the chat to dive into that PDF and sort of pick some. And then we sort of go from there. We mess around. So I will leave it sort of up to you guys. We're gonna start. I'll warm up a little bit, and while I'm warming up, we're gonna dive into the letter K. We did practice. I can't remember which one it was. We did practice a rather unique K last week, if memory serves. And my computer is crashing right now. That is wonderful. Stop crashing. I think my drive went to sleep. Alright, I will get warmed up while this gets sorted. Alright. Oh, writing behind my face. We don't want that. There we go. Good evening, Lene. Now I feel like I said that wrong. Lene? Lanai? I'm having the old debate that I had a bunch of times. I warned you guys that this would happen. I asked the question, which is it? And then I forget the answer in time. Oh man, this brain of mine. It's good for penmanship and penmanship only, it seems. It's Lanai. Yeah, it's not Lene. It's Lanai. Lene, like Renee. Yeah, cool. Sweet. Good, good, good. So I did say it wrong, and I caught myself. That's good. I don't know why I said it wrong. I've been saying it right for weeks. Oops. Sorry. Whoa. Is my face cam mirrored? Oh, I'm left-handed again. 2 seconds. This camera goes from vertical orientation to horizontal orientation quite often. There we go, that's better. And when it does that, for some reason, it's programmed, because it's always the same vertical and the same horizontal, but the phone seems to forget itself all of the time. So does anybody have that PDF to choose variations of the letters? Or do you guys want me to choose this week? I know we had Lewis here last week, choosing. That's the secret there. If you ever want to know what it's like to be a left-hander, you just mirror your camera, and you'll know exactly what it feels like to be left-handed. Maybe not exact. I know when I teach online classes, if the camera, because sometimes it'll be correct for me, but incorrect for the students. And if that's the case, oftentimes people will ask, why are you left-handed today? And so on and so forth. So that's just sort of how it sticks in my head. Nice, Jose. Right on. Warm up, warm up. Hello, Lori. Nice, nice. Lurker Lori, looking for a while. I like it. Phone making noise. Hush. Quiet, you. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, it's looking like I'm gonna have to pick some of the variations today. If nobody has any suggestions. It's my own, or not my variation, but that's my go-to variation. It would be that one right there. But I'm gonna try something this week, and we'll see if this works. And if it doesn't, or if my computer hates it, then we won't do it. But since if people are watching this back, or people don't have the PDF, or don't want to download the PDF, or don't have space for it, or what have you. We got, hiya. I'm gonna do this. Shablam! And then, in theory, so long as it's working right, and I think it is, the alphabets in the PDF will be showing up here. So I can go in here and sort of pick through some variations. Why is it slowing down again? My computer does not like me. Magic, indeed. Sorry, just waiting. My Acrobat viewer, there we go. Went to sleep for a moment. Okay, so we're looking for a unique K. This variation is very similar to my own. Just sort of going through here. If you see one, oh, that's basically a perfect K. That one right there. Oh, you know what I should do? This would have been much smarter to do as a... Oh, I'm gonna tech support myself here as I'm in a stream. Yeah, whoa! I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna tech support myself here. Give me 1 second. I'm curious if I can open these as photos. Where would they be? Alright, we're gonna try this instead, because then I can like zoom in and whatnot. The PDF, I can't zoom in as nicely. Full disclosure, this may not work. I thought I had this figured out the way I wanted to do it, but now we are experimenting, everybody. Today, live here on stream. Okay, so page 34, alright, and we got page 36. Sounds good. I'm gonna be a tech person real quick and see if I can't. Let's do... Yeah, okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Sorry, testing. No trying to figure this out. We're just going. That's what we want. No, not the folder. Will it show me this? Oh, it won't show it. Why won't it show it? It's just a black screen. This is supposed to be a picture. Why? I don't understand. Aha! It worked. So far, so good. Alright, so then we're gonna do a little, of this. Sorry, bear with me. Doing a little of this action. Okay, we got that going. Now we can do this. And then we can put this over here. We can maybe make it a little bigger. Oh, that could be good. We might have this figured out. Maybe. And I'm gonna go here. Now if I... Oh, booyah! It works. I don't like that it has that little blue bit in the corner, so we're gonna get rid of that real quick. Thank you very much for your patience, everybody, while I tech support myself. Okay, booyah. Alright, so we said page 36. Oh, now the one problem that I'm realizing, I don't have page numbers. Shoot. Because I'm no longer using the PDF. Ah! Well, that's problematic. Yeah, I thought I was being really smart. Now I'm overcomplicating things a whole lot. We go. Yeah, shoot, that's not gonna work. Bummer. I tried. We'll go back to this. I can't zoom in, but... Whoops. Chaos in today's stream. Alright, here we go. 36. 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Zayner's capitals. Okay, okay. No hairlines on the second stroke. I like the little beads starting off with. That's Sarah's vote. Jose votes page 34. Well, there's a big page. Which one on this one, Jose? The first one or the second one? Second one, this one here. I like that giant shade on the start of the second stroke. Oh, and Sarah says the first one. Alright, with the double loop. Alright, let me check page 7, and then we'll pick one and we'll do it. Page 7. Hiya. Alright, page 7 is quite similar to my standard one, but it has a little bit of a shade at the end. I think I'm going to go with the one on page 34. Oh, page 7 was for your L. Got you. Okay. I'll remember that when we get to L then. Zoom into those two. I think I'm going to do... Oh, this has a shade on the end here. Interesting. Is that intentional? It has a shade... Alright. I was gonna do the first one, but I'm gonna try the second one. But I'm gonna try to find a way to get a shade on that tail. This did not work out at all like I planned, because now I also want to have it in front of me. So now I have it on my phone as well. It's very not streamlined today in our PDF usage, but that's all right. An octopus K. All right, so we need... So technically, I would normally write it like this. Big shade here. And then something like that. But he has a shade right here. Which, if that's the case, I might have to do the whole thing. And I might have to do this. I don't think he did it this way, but I'm just experimenting real quick. To add the shade there? That feels weird. Or did he... I could turn my pen and use almost like a flourishing grip? To get that opening? Well, that wasn't very smooth. I have to practice that, but I think that's the easiest way to get a shade there. And then I have to bring this is larger than I'm used to when I make my own. Alright, so we gotta get used to this. I don't know if he did it that way. That little shade could be just a printing thing, but ideally we do this and we apply our shade, a little shade right there. I'm gonna use that way with a flourishing grip. First, without a shade, I just want to get used to that movement. Just to make that shape. And then it's all about the timing to get that shade. Oh. When I focus on the shade, the shape of that shape sure goes out the window. I don't do a lot of flourish grip writing, so this is very foreign to me. We're diving into a whole new world today. Okay, and then if I just dip with my thumb a little bit, I gotta end it a little sooner than that. This will work. This makes sense to me. Horrible shape, but the shade's in the right spot. That's the idea. That's a little better. You've got the Little Mermaid in your head? Why? Did I say something Little Mermaidy? Or did somebody in the chat say something Little Mermaidy? Oh, nice. A whole new K, a new fantastic letter form. And then we'll go back to normal to do these. Like so. Alright, that'll work. Controlling this first stroke is quite a challenge, though. Probably can't do it yet because I didn't take a sip of my tea yet. It might be too hot. Nope. Good temperature. Alright, good choice for the K. Give me quite a challenge right off the bat. I like this. I just want this shape to be nice. That's feeling all right. Are you talking about K's or L's, Lanai? Lene? Oh, I'm all backwards today. It's backwards day. Brr. All right, not too shabby. For the L, got you. No worries. All right, not too shabby, not too shabby. Oh, that one was a little crookedy in there. It's the same movement with the other grip. It's amazing how using that grip can throw me off. Oh, we got an ad coming in 20 seconds. All right, we'll do a couple more and then we'll dive in and write it on our sheet of paper and move on to L. That's the idea. Sounds good, Karina. Sweet dreams to you. Have a good night. Weird shape. Applying that shade can make that shape go crazy. Thank you very much, Lori. I think I'm applying just a little squeeze to apply the shade. Oh, I'm nervous to do this one on the page. Because it can go from being pretty decent to being super droopy like that really easily. Which is nerve-wracking. Stresses me out. That's the one we want. That's how we want to do it. Okay. Hello, Annie. How are you doing this evening? A little abrupt on the compound curve on that one. And the stem. But now I should try to do the stems similar to the way they do it on this page, which is quite long. And not a long shade this way. Just very vertical and tall. And just a little bit of movement to the left. Which is, I'll be honest, not the way I normally do them. Ooh, French round hand. Nice. I've been very well, thank you. Thanks for asking. That's the bed, that's the idea. Okay. Now if we can just do all that at the same time, we're laughing. Big shade there. One thing that he definitely gets that I am missing every time, I'm now noticing. He brings his flourish is much lower. So when he comes around here and up, this is higher and going up through there. So then his stem is ending up about there. But it's this part right here that I'm missing out on. Quite a bit. I like that. Fine art. Maybe that's why the Zenarians called their holders fine art holders. Whoa, it's weird going up that high. That's sort of the idea. We're getting closer. Getting closer. Alright, those'll work. Let's dive onto our sheet, shall we? Let's put the pressure on. That shade throws me for a loop. That's a fun one. Good choice. Well picked, okay? Okay. Oh, I forgot about that G. That's a cool looking G that we did last week. I like that one a lot. F I messed up on. Yeah. But that's okay. Alright. K. No glide sheet, maybe. Oh, we wrote really big last week, too. Which I gotta kind of keep that theme going this week. Alright, fingers crossed. Here goes nothing. Oh, my finger went through it. The shape was probably one of the better ones today. Bah. Whoopsies. Amateur hour. Oh well. We're keeping going. Oh, that's funny. Whoops. Dot, 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 dot. Oopsies. Annie, for this first stroke, I was using a flourishing grip. Specifically because there needs to be a shade. Mine's a little too long here. There's a shade right in this spot in the print we were trying to execute. And then what I did, the mistake I made, if we let me get another sheet of paper, I'll sort of explain a little better. Yeah, because like with a regular pen grip, as you all know, we drop our pinky and second finger, but they're far enough away usually that we're not, unless we're going really big, we're not drawing our fingers through those lines all that much. But when I'm here, my pinky, there's the camera, my pinky is a lot closer to the tip of the holder or the tip of the nib. So what ended up happening, normally I wouldn't drop my pinky at all. I would let everything would float above the page, or if anything, potentially bad technique, I would let my wrist or like the heel of my hand here drop ever so slightly onto the desk, but my hand would be raised above so that wouldn't happen. And in my setup, I was focused on many of the things, going through the body checklist, and I definitely forgot to get that pinky off the table. Whoops. There you go, Sarah. I wanted to get the full lefty experience. Yeah, certain strokes it potentially wouldn't, but this one, because I have to come back this way, yeah, my pinky is right in that spot that's just gonna drag right through the ink, which is a mistake. Also, I think if I was flourishing, yeah, I don't know if I don't know the answer to this question. How other people who like bird flourishing and stuff like that, if the pinky sits on the desk, my inclination would for it not to be, but just my own personal habit drops my pinky onto the desk every time I write, which is why we made that little smudge today. I'm curious. I gotta ask other flourishers. All right. Now, Lene, you're gonna have to remind me the pages that you suggested for your L's. I know you had a few planned. What do you got? The muscle below the pinky. Oh, like that knuckle? Yeah, I feel like for me, the most comfortable, and again, this might be bad technique, I would rock my whole wrist up a little bit. So the heel of my hand, this touches right here. If not going, full whole arm, I know I don't have the control for that right now with this grip. But if I raised my hand a little bit and had everything off the page, except for just a little bit right there. Not any pressure, but just sort of gliding. Then I can go as big as I want, and I'm not gonna get any smudges or anything. 7:42 and 54. All right. Sounds good. Let's check this out. $7:42 and 54. I will turn this on while we go to 7. Let me just fix so we don't see that bar at the bottom there. That'll work. We're cutting off a little bit at the top, but that's all right. It'll work. Okay, so let's go up to 7. $15, $11, $9, $8. 7. Okay, so this is the first one you said. Ah, we got our loopy entry with our extra shade on the tail. Sounds good. I like that one. Very swooshy. All right, let's see what we got on 42. Going super. Oh, passed it. 42. Ooh, a clean one. Very minimal. I like it though. Okay, and then 54. What do we got for 54? 2, 3, 4. Ah, and then the clean one with a nice exit stroke. So I guess the question for the chat is, do we go... I would do this one. I would do 54, clean with an exit stroke with a little bit of flirt or with a little bit of shade on it. Or I would do 54 or 7, I think would be the two that I would want to choose between. 8, 7. So this one, ideally I would try to smooth out some of these ovals. Mr. Austin Jones, it's a little bit of a messy alphabet, but we can ignore some of the specific oval shapes and forms and just follow the idea he was going for. I do like the secondary shade on the compound curve, which is cool. I think I'm going to go with number 7. All right, we got 3 votes for 7 in the chat. 7 it is. Here we go. Turn that off. Actually, if I minimize this, does it automatically turn off? I'm learning my program as we go. What just happened? Oh, but if I minimize it, it will... Yeah, I don't have to turn it on and off. I can just minimize it. Sweet. That's good news. Okay. Finish off this page with some L's. With a very loopy L. I'm gonna have to go small so I don't run out of movement space. Where's he going here? Then he goes and around there. Okay. Ideally, we make this a little bit bigger and have this follow parallel. And then he also has, this is probably just a product of the speed, he has a little accent shade down in that bottom right corner and a little accent shade up in this top left corner that I can also try to incorporate a little bit if I can. Seven volunteers as tribute. Hello, Monsoon. I like that. 7 it is. Lucky number 7, as they say. Oh, I forgot about that little shade. Yes, even on this one, I wasn't writing too big and I ran out of arm stretchy space. Which I gotta work on. Does that mean I gotta go whole arm? Well, whole arm is so much harder to control. That's the idea. That's what we want to go with. All right. New sheet of paper. May the shades be ever in your favor. It's a very pretty L. And it's nice when it all flows good. The only part that always scares me is I run out of space in where I can reach, and then my ovals get meshed up. L for Leica. Or Leica, as some people say. It is Leica, right? I'm proving this week that, and it's my streams in general, that pronunciation is apparently not my strong suit. Wow. It's apparently not my strong suit. Words. Bit too much of a shade at the end. I'm also, because once I get down here, it's weird for me to go up high, but I need this to come down lower so that this can be up, because that cross needs to be above this little intersection point, which I seem to miss quite often. Nope, that's the wrong way. English is hard. I don't really have an excuse, though. It's my first language. I should be good at it by now. I've been here long enough. It's better. Now we gotta just fix our shapes. That has to drop lower, so this oval is a nicer shape. Right in there. I like that you spelled that phonetically. One of my favorite, when people type potato, potato, I like that it's still just, oh, potato, potato. All right. Very true, Monsoon. Very true. Add an S, and you get slafter. Keep forgetting to add that shade at the very end. It doesn't have to be a very big one. It looks good without it, but... True. Alright, I think we're gonna take this one to the sheet. My writing is a little bit, crazy today. And that's okay. We're just gonna go for it. Oh, I didn't give myself a very good... I'm not gonna have space when I get to the I, H, and J. Oops. That'll pass the test. Got a little wonky on that last shape, adding that shade, but that's okay. It works. I think in a perfect world, if we had that, the L shade coming down, and then finishing here, and then you would get your compound curve shade. This would come up high enough. Oh, I cut it a little too much. So you get that nice transition here into the parallel going around, which is a rather bit of a challenge. All right, now we move to the capital M. What do we got for M inspiration? Anybody have a look through the file yet, looking for good M's? Or unique M's? I guess unique is more so what we're looking for. Not your everyday standard M's. Let's go to the top and see what we got. '96 and 101. How does one make... Wait, not read mode. Oh, enable scrolling. Is that the one where they all just go... Yeah. But what did that do to my... Here, I can zoom in a little bit. Oops. I can't do this and see my thing at the same time. Crud. Does that work? Oh, too big. Dear Mike, don't try things on the fly for the first time. Okay, that works. Sol's M. Ooh, that's not in this PDF. I don't think. Can I go a little higher? No, not that high. 20. We'll do that. That'll work. Okay, we got 26 and 101. We're suggestion, or 96 and 101. Let me scroll down to those. 96. So many. Oh, I went too far. Oh, 96. There we go. Baronsmeyer. I love me some Baronsmeyer. Very narrow. Wow! There we go. Okay, so we got the narrow one here. What's 101? 101. We got Zayner. Oh, I use this one quite often. You meant 94. Oh, you didn't mean the Bairnsmeyer narrow one. Alright. I do like this one. It is a variation that I use quite often. What we got on 101? Or 94, sorry. 95, 94. Kessling. Starting underneath. This is the way Blozer starts his M in the famous Moderaz letter. Jose, I don't know specifically. I'm trying to picture Sol's M. I know what I think Sol's M is, but I'm not sure if we have the same idea in mind. So we'll take a trip to the trusty bookshelf. Oh, do you mean this one that's on the cover? Do you mean this one? Which is a very unique M. I never thought about this one. Not a commonly used variation, which I'm into doing this kind of idea today. You guys have all seen me write my favorite variation of the capital N, which has an ending very similar to this. But doing an M with the stem and then starting just a lift and then starting at that tip is unique and very interesting. We're gonna do that one, I have decided. I like the other ones, but I don't think I've ever actually, or I can't remember if I've ever actually written this M. So let's give it a shot. Does he do more versions of it in here? Probably not that one specifically. M. No. Oh yeah, M. It's not even in here as a variation. It's just on the cover. Interesting. Well, alright then. We will do what's on the cover. Sounds good. Sounds good. Now, luckily, this entry flourish is one that I use quite often. It's one I am comfortable with. Oh, did we just have an ad? I didn't see a notification for one. Alright. Michael Saul M. This might be his M. I don't know that I've ever seen this variation anywhere else before. So we got that part. And then that part. I gotta take up a little bit more width there. And have this come down a little bit more and start probably right there. So let it be written, so let it be done. I like it. You're very quotable. Well, I guess Monsoon is speaking in quotes tonight. Oh, and his new book? I do not have that book yet. I need to get it. Something like that. I wonder if people sometimes see this as an N. It doesn't make sense as an N, but I could see people being confused by it. For some reason. Because at a quick glance, I feel like my brain doesn't know what letter it is. Because I see this and I want it to be an N just because I write the N that way all the time. But then it throws me off. That's not very smooth. Ah, got you. Sweet. I'm glad it's included. I am being rather sloppy on this entry stroke, so we're gonna just try to iron that out a little bit. That's better. Gotta make sure we go high enough on that second stroke. One more, then we'll put it in the book. Does the N start from the stem this way as well? Wait, what would that look like? Getting distracted. What if... I don't know. That works, I guess. But I feel like it... I'm guessing in his book it starts from here. And then comes down. I would guess. All right, let's put it on the shape. On the shape? On the page. Let's go for it. $133 of Saul's book? No, of this one. Of the PDF? What do we got on 133? Let's check it out real quick. Scroll, 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 scroll. $132, $33. Same entry, if this is the one you're talking about. Much different in the shade way. Same entry though. Very common entry for the letter M and N. Okay, here we go. Like so. We have our M. Now, we're not going to have space for an N, so we'll go down to N on the next page. What do we got for unique N's, everybody? That worked. Not perfect, but it'll get the job done. Mike definitely used a more rounder... What's this? What is that? Shaq! Thank you very much. That is fun. Not something that happens every day. Right on. I gotta make sure I always get that paper out of my way or I'll start practicing on it. You are most welcome, Shaq. Thank you so, so much. Shaq. Thank you very much. Thank you. I need to make that sound the same sound as the Dizzy Bunny, I think. Just because I love the Dizzy Bunny sound. Okay. Now we gotta do the letter N. Now, the variation we can't use for our sheet is one like this, because it's very similar to that M, and it is, well, it's the one that I use all the time. So we gotta find a unique N. Ah, nice, Zero. This, in moments like this where I need to like do an S and I need it to be good, be it having one oval or two ovals on the end, if I do this compound curve and then starting from here do that stroke, for some reason it's a lot easier for me personally. I have issues with, well, it's the same as in these L's. This upper loop up here, which is similar to like an ascender stroke, I have trouble getting that transition from that down into the compound curve smooth for some annoying reason. But I know if I do an S, like even a small one, this is I consider it like a safety variation. To do something like that is much easier for me than to do the looped variation. This is such a beautiful S as well. It's so clean, so nice. Swell. It's just swell. Some people would potentially read it as an L, but it doesn't look like an L. It's an S. But yeah, so this is my anytime if I want to do S and I want it to look impressive and it needs to look good the first try, I will almost always do a compound curve entry into my S. It's a bit more of a comfort zone for me. Not that I can't usually do a decent standard S as well, just takes a little bit more, there's a little more stress or pressure. Alright, I'm gonna go up to the top here, and I'm gonna look through for a unique I really like the exit stroke on this N. But we're looking for a unique N. Was your suggestion the one on page 133? I did look at that one. Oh, this one zoomed in too much. That has that same... I like this exit stroke continuing into a compound curve going back to the left. I never do that. I should. It's very pretty. Ah, oh, Taylor's alphabets are so nice. Okay, what else we got? Looking for unique. Looking for unique. Ah, this variation, we've already used this alphabet once today, but I do like that instead of stopping in the stem, it continues through, looping into the N. I do like that, because it is unique. That was page 7, I believe. These all look pretty standard. That was very narrow. These ones are all very narrow, which is quite nice. We could make the... This one's interesting, because it's... standard exit, but we get a really loopy entry, which is an option. Oh, look at that S! That's a cool S on this one. Sorry, you guys can't see my mouse. I'm tracing the letters right now. But so far, yeah, I could do this and... well, remember, the S on page 14. Now for N, I also like the N on page 14, which we could do. It's my favorite so far. Like this one starts with a compound curve, which is unique. Something I don't do very often. We're all ready for the page 14S. N is not often a terribly exciting letter. Standard variations. Standard. Waiting for one to stand out and be super unique and super different and awesome. There's bound to be super unique and super awesome one in your... Ooh, that's very vertical. This whole alphabet's very vertical. Short. I'm leaning towards the loopy N. I just wanted to see if there was... if I would stumble across another option. Oh, we could do the sharp N, like so. Oh, I remember that B. That's the B we did for this exercise, which I really like. I think I'm gonna go with the really loopy N. Yep. We're going loopy. Well said, Monsoon. Well said. Or 113? Let's check 113 real quick. Fast scroll. Fast scroll. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, decision made. But I'm looking at 113. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, J.D. Todd. So good as well. Very A.D. Taylor-esque. 113. Ah, with the extra. So basically, we are basically doing this one. We probably won't go as round on the exit stroke. And then we're just going to do a lot of extra loops going into the stem. Back to 14. Zoom in on 14 here. 14? Yeah, 14. There it is. 13. Oh, I lied to myself earlier. Whoops. N. Alright. Sounds good. How many loops is that? 1, 2, just 2, and then into the stem. Sounds good. Pull it up on my phone so I have it in front of my face. AP Mube. Some very beautiful twisters on this one, on this whole page. Alright, so we have a little accent shade on the first oval, and then nothing until a very stubby stem, which I'll see if I can do the stubby stem. I tend to make my stems a little too long to the left in comparison. Okay, those are bad. We gotta keep these loops. Okay. One interesting thing in flourishing, you know, we tend to do flourishing tends to be on the horizontal, like so. So when we do entry strokes and whatnot like this, all these ovals are all horizontal until we go into our stem. Then we have our angled oval. Rarely do I practice doing getting angled ovals, but spiraling angled ovals, so we follow and we get used to controlling exactly where those lines go. Gotta get into that habit for this one. A little shade on that one. One thing that I love that he does in this N is this comes up and this follows back very close to the stem, and then it's very abrupt in its turn down here into the... Oh, and then I forget, I have to keep enough ink in my pen to give that at the end. Okay, noted. Cluck like a chicken. That's rather odd. I mean, feel free to cluck away, Lene. Alright, so we have horizontal, angle, angle, angle. That's what we need to do. Kind of like that. He takes up a little bit more space. So this would go through there instead. But other than that, not too bad. I get it. Sorry, I didn't pick up on that, Lene. That's a good joke. My not picking up on it doesn't mean it wasn't a good joke. I'm just a little too focused over here. Feels like my tea went cold really fast this week. Probably not any faster than normal, but it feels like it was faster than normal. Alright, we'll take up a little bit more horizontal space on this exit stroke. Something like that. It's a pretty end. Oh, it's so weird to do. I'm not good at doing stems like that. Let's do some stem practice real quick. My hand gets excited and pulls too far to the left when I'm going quick. Like his tine is basically just making a, just stopping right there. And this is going out and coming in. There's no real travel to the left. Like that. Which is what I naturally strive for. No habits. All conscious choice. It's a little better. But there's still so much left to travel though. How could I not travel that much to the left? If I don't travel to the left, then I get what I call a potbelly shade. If I don't travel to the left, I'll end up getting this type of a shape. Which I don't want, and he doesn't have. Curious. You got cold at the letter J? How to make a big stem and not travel to the left? This feels like it's a paradox. It's impossible. Yeah, like it goes out. You know what it is. Let me try something. Oh, it got cold. He is very, very angled. So if we have a more angled. Something like that. That's how it happens. So it's just the natural downstroke is what, of that oval, is what ends up being the leftward travel, I guess. And then this has a taper so it doesn't... Okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. I didn't realize how angled his was. Doesn't look that angled to me. Maybe I'm going crazy. Nope. Good night, Lori. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Okay, those are the right spirals. Now we just gotta clean up that shade. It's true. Oh, we got an ad coming. 10:30 already. Holy smoly. Okay, stressing out making that shade. Relax, Mike. Getting way too excited on the stem. Spirals are looking nice, but relax. Blind stitching some choir dresses. Does that mean you stitch with your eyes closed? Oh, Jose's getting his business penmanship on. I love that. Oh, invisible stitches. Understood. My hand doesn't want to give me a good stem without slowing down, and I don't want to slow down. The stitches are blind. 3 blind stitches. 3 blind stitches. Sewn by witches. I don't know. My sewing machine is a Janome, I think. I don't know how to use it, but it's there. Ooh, that's the idea. That has the right... So how does that work? So it's almost like instead of the follow-through continuing along this way, which I feel like is what I do, his transitions and comes like down this way, but it cuts off right here. Curious. I felt it though. I felt it though. Nope. That feels so strange. Because now it's a timing thing. If I'm gonna lift off the page here, I need the shade to also end there, and it would give me the right shape I'm looking for. The timing situation. And I'm used to doing a long taper on my stem, so this is very counter the way I normally write, if I get really specific about it. Getting there. Iron on. That's cheating, isn't it? Less round, more straight. Capital stem. Really throwing me for a loop today. No pun intended. Nope. Relax the shade. Relax the shade. It's a little better. The parallel ovals are looking decent. It's a good thing. Yeah, just relax. That's better. That was relaxed. We want relaxed. No stem stress. Say no to stem stress. Slow down too much on that one. This is turned into a STEM exercise stream. Ooh, that one was almost the right idea. Nope. Stress is back. Ovals got better, but the stress came back. No stress. Better. It's feeling better. That's the idea. A million pins is a lot of pins. Whoops. Oopsies. All right, Cyril. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Nope. Stress. Don't stress. Ooh, my spinning top is going really fast, but it's wobbly today. It's off center inside, I think, today. Have a good one, Jose. Have fun at work. There we go. Stress-free. Exiters. Rough. Nope. Speed change. Oh, just Swinny. She's around. She's lurking today. Wah. Stress. Why do I do that? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't feel good, so why does it happen? No stress feels so much better. Blech. Uh-oh. You're gonna want them to be straight, I assume. Alright, we'll do a few more of these and then we can move on. I got in habit breaking mode for a little bit. Now I'm kind of stuck in it. Nope. That's the idea. Why don't they all feel like that? That's the idea. Sorry, Skeet. My apologies. Good night, Cyril. Have a good one. Thanks a lot. Or not good night, good day. Have fun at work. Whoa, what happened there? Movement stress every time. Alright, let's write it on the sheet. Before everybody gets dizzy and hypnotized. Can't fit it on this line, so we gotta go to the next line. I could almost fit it in there, but it's gonna be small, so we'll go to the next line. Decent. There we go. There's our M. Now we gotta pick an O. We need a unique O. Oh, for Ojaswini. Oh, of course she's not lurking for her own letter. 7 shaded. I'm not doing a 7 shaded O on that sheet, because it just won't work. It won't fit in. I could do just a bunch of spirally O's. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, what do we got for a snazzy or unique O? Let's take a look. Ooh, this one's kind of neat with the double shade on the inside. Whoa, and it starts with a shade. How does it start with a shade? That must be added in later. Oh, yeah, well, that's weird. I don't understand how that little shade got there. Must be added later. But goes up, down, and then double shade on the inside. So far, that's my favorite, because it's a little on the unique side. What page is that on? 16. 16, unless somebody comes up with a snazzy one. Maybe I should start from the bottom and work my way up. We never do that. Oh, did I scroll too fast? Yep, my app went to sleep. 2 seconds. It is waking up. Maybe, hopefully. I'll take a sip of tea while Acrobat decides to survive. This is getting pulled off my external drive, and I feel like the drive itself just keeps going to sleep. Oh, what's this one? Oh, wow, they got these little loops for so many letters, and the O is just plain, plain, plain. Ooh, extra little loop on the inside. Plain. Very clean. Who did this O? Oops. Who did this one? I need to do... Where do I get it? Page. Wait, will this not tell me what page I'm on? Well, that's ridiculous. If I click on this, should this not tell me what page I'm on? Grr. No, that's not what we want. We want the bookmarks. No, yeah, I know it's 188, but when I look to bookmarks to figure out who it is, it doesn't tell me which bookmark I'm currently on. What? That's bonkers. That's very unhelpful. Page 188. I mean, I can do it on my phone. It's annoying that Acrobat on the computer won't show me. But on my phone, it tells me the name of every page, because every page has a name. $188. Who is 188? 7. Oh, it's unknown. This is an I think it's Zaner, but it's an unattributed alphabet. I think it's Zaner though, but it's a beautiful alphabet. Is this an engraved alphabet? I don't know, doesn't matter. It's not the one we're using. I like this one. Very clean, simple, little compound curve on top. Very simple. Ooh, this is a dope alphabet. Fancy capitals, all connected. I want to try to replicate this one day like this. Very beautiful alphabet. My toolbar doesn't tell me the page I'm on. It might be because I'm in a windowed view and not a full screen view. I'm not sure. Standard O, standard O, standard O. A lot of standard O's in here. Standard O, standard O, standard O, standard O. I might have to go with that double shaded one. Does anybody remember what page that double shaded one that I chose first was on? My memory is so good. Ooh, I like that one too, with the extra little swirl on the inside ending up. Never written it like that before. Oh, I have it turned off. That makes sense. $162. Oh, there's another version of the L we did earlier. Oh, curious. An O, but just with an extra... Oh, no, that's a Q. Never mind. The O is standard. Never mind. That's very clean. Very clean. $140 is like the double shaded. I think the first one was page 40. Yeah, it was near the top. Somewhere. I think whatever version I do like this compound curve that continues, which I want to add that in. Carlin. Very clean. I can't see the O. Standard. Wait, that's the exact same as this one. This is the same alphabet. Or that's the same letter. Guaranteed. So this must have been a paste up, because that's the same. I don't think he wrote that twice. I think it's that same O. Same with the P and the Q. He swapped out the A though. It's a different A. Same B. Ah, the trickery they had. Well, just because it's not the same doesn't mean, because they would have had this O engraved, and then it's basically how they set up the page for the engraving. I know a lot of Lupfers were like that. Because even look, yeah, this isn't written again. Look at the V and the W. They cross at the exact same spots, same length, W, same with the W and the X. It's too precise. The X and the Y, these are identical. These two pages. What letter is different? Is it just the A? Look at the top line. G, E. Wow, everything. It's just the A. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just the A. The rest of the alphabet is identical. Oh no, and the Z. They started it and ended it different. That's hilarious. The A is different and the Z is different. The rest is all the exact same, from the same sample of writing. Tricky, tricky. Using Aryan cheaters. Using their vintage Photoshop. Alright, let's do that double shaded one. Up we go. You say you think it was 40? Hello, Walker, how you doing? Yeah, they use vintage Photoshop all the time. Wait, 40. Was it? No, it wasn't 40. It was it higher than that? Oh, that has a double one in it too. Wait, let me zoom in a little more. Skeet says 60. All right, let's go check out 60. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 60 is very clean and simple. Just no exit stroke. Nice. 2 hours. That's awesome. we are going through these alphabets to try to pick, we're trying to find unique variations. And I picked an O that I liked, and now I can't find it again. I feel like it was up here. It was close to the top before I went to the bottom. There it was. There it is. 16. That's the one. Alright, so we got that double shade. And then I guess I'll add the shade on the beginning of the stroke afterwards? I would say Skeet was the closest. I mean, close in that his number sounded like the actual number. 60 and 16. Okay, let's do that one. Let me load that on my phone so I have the reference in front of me. There we go. Oh, that outside line isn't the cleanest. He might have drew that first line or cleaned it up afterwards. This might be a cheated letter, but... So hairline, shade, shade is what we're going for. And then we want this. I'm gonna do a variation that has this exit stroke from those other ones we were looking at that I liked. And then I'm assuming he came back in and added that little bit at the end. Would be my guess. And then they cleaned it up in the making the print. I could be wrong about all that, but that's my guess. I forgot. Partway through. Nope. Oh, I keep forgetting to continue that going. Something like so, but we gotta clean up the shade placement. But that's the idea. There are lots of good O variations out there. It's just a matter of I didn't find them in our preliminary search today. Not bad. See if we can smooth out that exit stroke a little bit. Too small. Sure. You want to fight? Bring it on. Wait, what kind of fight? We talking fisticuffs fight, or are we verbally fighting? So with this, I need to bring this up a little more like that to get the shape I'm going for. If I can remember to do that in the moment. Ah, nope. Any recommended device? You just need a computer that's strong enough and use OBS as software for your stream would be my recommendation. It's Open Broadcasting Software, OBS, or Open Broadcast Studio, I believe is what it stands for. You can send me a DM in the Create Room, and we can chat more about it if you'd like, if you want to get into it. It's very easy. Not too bad. That exit oval is still the part that fits in the least. That's a little better. Unusual? Oh, but I like it. Let's do one more, and then we'll try to write it on the final page. Hopefully not mess it up too bad. Fingers crossed. I really want to do guests on this stream. I gotta get that sorted out. I had it figured out once, and now I gotta see if there's any better ways to do it. So I would like to do more guest streams. Oh, I messed up that first shade. Pretty bad. Online guest, yeah. So like once I did one, Brian Shibuya was my guest on here once. And then I think we split the screen. I can't remember if we split it horizontally or vertically. I don't remember. I gotta try it out and see. But I would like to have some guests on here to chat about some specific topics. You could be a guest, Walker. Love to get some demonstrations and to chat through some stuff. Alright, let's write this on our page. Exactly, Sarah. Exactly. Okay. If you have a camera setup that has the tricky bit, if I had a guest, and I guess this is a question for people who watch the stream, if I had guests, like for me, I have my face cam and the desk cam. For a guest, I don't know that I could do face cams and guest cams. And I guess the only reason for that is we don't have a lot of real estate. Or I can make the faces a whole lot smaller. I'm guessing splitting horizontally. I don't know. I gotta experiment. Because it's weird, and it limits your sort of writing space so much. In order for it to be zoomed in enough, it's easy to write out of the bounds. But I'm going to put that on my to-do list to do some new research on getting that started again. All right, now cross your breath, hold your fingers, so that we don't mess this up. Use a little bit more of an angle for this one. That's not too shabby, that'll work. Alright, now we need a cool P from our PDF. Anybody spotted any cool P's? I don't know that we've noticed any yet. That anybody's pointed out anyways. Cool P's. Let's dive back in here. Standard P. I do like this P. Just has a little bead, which makes it look nice. Oh, 1A says 193 or 194. All right, let's check it out. I will scroll all the way to the bottom. Make this centered again. 194. Holy moly! Oh, that's like the B that we did. This is a PDF of every ornamental full alphabet that I could find in the Business Educators. So I went through every scanned issue of the Business Educator and pulled every full alphabet and then cropped them and made them into a PDF. If you go to my website and go to the archive and it's Business Educator full alphabets, you can see them all there on the site, or you can download the PDF for reference. And there's some beautiful ones, there's some pretty ugly ones, but they're every one that I could find in the scanned Business Educators. I like this P because it matches the B that we practiced last week, but we didn't do it on our sheet. So I think we're gonna do this for the P. We'll do this 194 because it's easier to see. That P. All right, let me zoom in there. Yeah, I like that variation. We'll do that. And then we got just our stem shade and then the accent shade on the first. Yeah, so we got 2 shades in the whole thing and then a bead on the end. Doable, maybe. Hopefully. 194. It's a neat one. I'll show. Do I have it here? It should be somewhere within arm's reach. The B from last week. Where are you, fancy bee? There it is. It's just such a neat variation. It's a cool one. And once you get used to it, it feels cool to write. I haven't tried it as a P yet. All right. Oh, too big on that last one. And I guess I don't shade this one, which is weird. Let me add the beads, so I need this to get a little that shape. Whoops. Oh, I'm so used to doing stuff like that. Not used to crossing over this way. Okay. Etsy for the win. Well, that definitely put the shade in the wrong spot. I'm gonna do this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay. New sheet of paper required. There we are with no shades, that works. It's a neat one. One thing that I definitely find, because I tend to exit fully out this way as if I was making a horizontal oval, which is the wrong trajectory. Like, even if I did a nice looking bead there, it's the wrong trajectory. It needs to, like, come up a little bit more at the very end so that it has the right shape there. I gotta remember to take it vertical at the very, very end to get the right ending shape. Hello, Kaori. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see if we can smooth that out a little bit. Aloha. Gotta come a little bit more over here. Give that a little bit more space to air out the stem a little bit. Alright, now a little bit faster to smooth it out. sort of the idea. A couple more for good measure, and then we'll do it on the sheet. You would assume this is the only alphabet that I've seen this type of variation of the, I think the B, the P, and the R, if I'm not mistaken, are written, yeah, very similarly. This is a fun alphabet in general, with these extra little horizontal spirals, where you don't naturally put them, or where you don't normally put them. I'm going to shorten my stem just a little bit, I think. That's the idea. All right, let's write it on the sheet. See what we can do. Okay. Oh, hiccups. As long as a hiccup doesn't happen when I'm in the middle of the letter, we're all right. There we go. There's our P. Now, Operation Find a Cool Q. A cool Q. Cool. Before you swap over the curve, I like the little kick out loop before you swoop over to the curve. What? You make sense. I just need to read it while looking at the thing. I like the little kick out loop to the left before you swoop over the curve of the top of the P. A little kick out loop to the oh, this little guy here. Yeah, I didn't make mine as, it should be more, this one probably gets it closest. A little bit more, not horizontal, but a little bit more going this way. So ideally you get sort of a, not parallel lines, but it would look cool if that little loop, I have a tendency to make little loops like that too small. But if it was bigger, you could make it fit parallel to the entry stroke. Ideally, if this was like taking up that space, parallel to that oval, could be cool. All right, we need a Q now. Q, Q, Q. Now, there are some wackadoo variations of the Q. Oftentimes, my favorite end up being the ones that look similar to that have the O in it. What kind of O are we feeling? Well, that's just the question. We don't know. We could do there's the 2Q, there's the OQ, there's the GQ. Are sort of the three families of Qs, I would say. Variations that we would normally choose from. He uses the 2Q with an extra swirl, but we're not going to use that guy again. See what else we can find. We got another 2Q. 2Q. 2Q I feel like is the most common, popular 2Q. Yeah, OQ, 2Q, GQ. I personally don't use the 2Q very often, for no reason other than just not the biggest fan of it myself. I absolutely love this alphabet. Oh! 11:30? Well, everybody, welcome to Blacklight Live. Music needs to change. That is way too chill. We need a little bit of this. Ayah. Walker, if you're still here, I don't know, have you ever been here for, with the blacklight before? Alright, we'll do a little bit of this. We'll do a little bit of... I tried to make my computer do all of these things on its own, but it cannot. Do a little bit of that. Oh, my shirt is bright today. Mars is bright tonight. Haha. The time is never reliable. When is it gonna go blacklight? You never know. Trickery. For anybody who's never been here for the blacklight portion of the night, if we hit a certain time, the blacklight turns on, and we have a little bit of fun. Shenanigans, indeed. Let me put a lid on my white ink so I do not spill it, because I have done that before. Oh, my shirt is very glowy today. I like that. Glowy. Alright. Actually makes it so. There we go. Just when which cue? I'm out of curiosity. Which cue did you find? Page 13. I'll check it out on my phone. Page 13. Oh, the loopy dude. Oh, it's a 2Q with extra spirals. You're really making me want to make me work for it, huh? It does match that N, because it's the same Penmen. Oh. This is far too bright, or too dark. There we go. Is that too bright? We'll see what the writing looks like. Yeah, I'm not sure why my face is so dark today. It might be... Wait, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna test something out. Oh, it might just... It's just the compensation... Because it's in the same spot that it was last week, and my face was really bright last week. My shirt is, like, if I do this, my face gets brighter. A little bit, not a ton. You just don't get to see my face today, I guess. Not quite. Not quite. I wouldn't go there. There's a wackadoodle bee for you. Not exactly what I intended to do. I got a little lost. Let me try that again. The beginning started off the way I wanted. Combining the Michael Saul M we did earlier today with the B we did last week. Sort of like the P we did this week. No twerking. I'm friends with the people who choreographed Magic Mike, but not for me. Here's my neat B variation. Okay, I liked how this started. I like this. But then this needs to go... No, because then it's 2 compound curves, and that breaks my rules. It's not an actual rule, but I don't like 2 compound curves. So where can this go? I don't like a loop there. Oh, maybe if that just stopped. I haven't seen any of them, so I can't give my input. I don't know if I like that. I don't hate it as much as I feel like I should, because it is a double compound curve. It's very unique. It's weird. Oh, ugly V. Good start. What did we do during Blacklight last time? Oh yeah, we did time travel stuff. Right. Does anybody remember how we got into talking about time travel stuff last week? I don't recall. Vibes. Ah, Terminator. Got you. Thank you, Skeet. Good memory. Somebody nerded out. Can happen. This could work. This was sort of there. And this came around, had a shade. And this was tighter, so it was there. I mean, honestly, it could just even end there for a P. That's too much going on that side for a P with that stem. No. There's potential there, but no. Worth a shot. It would work better for a B, I think. If it had that going on. Could work. My T? Well, it did not, but the last sip is gone now. Note to self, when I wear bright shirts, my face gets dark. I thought the light was just shining lower than normal, but nope. Not the case. Oops. My favorite variation of Q, which I can't use very often because most people don't recognize it as a Q, is the GQ. Like so. Is my favorite. Or ending it like this. Like so. People recognize that as a Q more so. This one they end up looking at like a G. Could you take it off and have the T form underneath? I don't know exactly what you are referring to. I apologize. There was one, I can never remember how to write it, and I'm mad that I never remember. It's an OQ, but it's something like... It's like a weird thing like that, but there's more to it than that, but I think it's quite nice. Oh, not letters at all. I didn't realize you were talking about my shirt. Understood. Can't take my shirt off on stream. What kind of a stream do you think this is, Lene? Kids might watch this stream. Children. What about the children? It's true. I don't think my videos, my lives make much of a monetization anyways, but I would get demonetized. I wouldn't. Probably not. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Well, you know what? If you played your cards right, you could do a variation of the E that looks sort of like this. Wait a minute, let's see if I can do this. It starts here. Oh. Okay. So what has to be fixed in here? Maybe this has to go... Does this have to go wider? So that this can go above the loop? Does that balance better? Not sure. Ew. I mean, there's potential there. That could work. It does kind of look like a candle flame, you're right. You are correct. Yeah, this needs to... Oh, this could go... If this comes around, all the way around through here. Maybe not a compound curve, maybe just straight up. Interesting. We're creating today, everybody. We are creating today. Whoops. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I got lost. I think this needs to go up a little bit quicker. Yeah, it needs to go up like that. And then connect, and that has to start like right there. So this can't be as long. Okay. Noted. Designing an alphabet. Oh, I like that. I mean... Designing new variations, whether they're nice or not, is easily one of my favorite things to do. This song is intense. I like it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so shorter at the top. Something like that. Maybe. Not very nice ovals down here, but... Is this the same playlist as usual? This is amazing. I like that. That's fun. So the children were safe. We could design an alphabet, and then I could digitize that alphabet and put it on a t-shirt. That could happen. Potentially. Oh, this part still doesn't look that good. I need to find a way. This is smaller. I like it to cut through here. But then that ends up being too big of a loop up there. Or I just have to start this E a lot. No compound curve, just straight into that loop, maybe. Maybe. I haven't designed a flourished alphabet using design techniques in a while. Because this one, like the one on my shirt, isn't really, it's not super flourishy, it's just overlapping nicely. My Superman-shaped one, when everything's connected or everything's overlapping and snazzy. I'd like to do an update of something like that one. One day. Okay, that's the idea. Booyah, that works. I like that one. Running out of surfaces to put papers. Story of my life. This tricky. This makes me feel like I'm playing a different playlist than usual. No, this is the same playlist I played last week. I guess there's 6 hours of music in here, so we just haven't done as many Blacklight live streams. I haven't heard a lot of this music. I like them. There was a couple that sounded a lot like Marion Hill, which is unusual. It's good. I really like this alphabet on page 13. The loopy one by Mube. It's very fun. It's got a lot of style. Like his P. Oh! That's a cool P! Look at this P! I don't know if the camera will. Look at that cool P. It's one stroke. I've never seen that before. Connecting, like I've seen that, and I've seen that, but never the two connecting like that. I like that. That's the kind of variation creating I like to do. Well done, Mube. Well done. Oh, where does this have to go? This has to go a little bit farther that way. Oh, not a great stem. Okay, this has to cross there. This has to go up faster. Okay. This may or may not be the P we end up using next week if we continue this theme. Why do my stems... This is a stressed out stem and a not stressed out stem. I don't know why I stress out. It's a very bad habit that I dislike. There's always pressure. But the pressure comes from me. It's internal. Not debilitating at all, but it's always there. And I don't... Not stressing that I'm worrying. It's... My hand is doing... Like, it's acting too fast. It's acting on an old habit that I'm apparently haven't fully kicked, unfortunately. You could also make this a bit of a compound curve if you wanted that to fit in there, which could look kind of cool, in theory. Yeah. Not a great execution. The idea is there, though. Could work. It could work. What other cool letters does he have in this alphabet that make me want to do neat things? There's that S, which we will probably use. Oh, a double looped G. I never do that. Not exactly how he did his, but... So his entry is massive. Gets really messy in here. Needs to have like... Yeah, now where does this exit out of? It needs like enough space. It's gonna exit there. This has to be higher so that each one of those little things has its own cross. So that section will look like that. Like that. Oh, I'm getting lost. I don't know. Overthinking. Stop overthinking, Mike. Well, see, that works, I guess, if this loop is entirely inside of that loop, then everything has space. And you can do that with a regular entry as well. Oh, neat. Wait a minute. Visualize real quick. So this has to go up and through here. And then there's enough space for this to go through there. Okay, that's ugly, but that's the right idea. Let's see. Yeah, that works. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of, because normally this is a stem that transfers into a horizontal oval to exit, which is one of the things that makes the letter look so good. And it ends up getting, it creates this angled oval, and then this little angled oval, which is even on a different angle, because the oval is transitioning to horizontal, so it ends up making the small ovals make like three different angles, which I'm not a huge fan of. But I don't think you could do one that goes fully to horizontal and has space. Oh, wait a minute. That sort of accidentally worked. We have horizontal ovals. Oh, and it creates this shape inside. Which totally works. Everything has space. And this is right in the middle of that little shape. Why have I never thought of that before? That's cool. That might just have been a fluke that I'll never do again. Right on. I have to remember that. Give that a happy smiley face. Nice. Has anybody seen or watched the animation Arcane? The black light very much reminds me of the Arcane show. My exit oval's bad, but I got the same shape in there. That's kind of neat. I've never thought of that before. Boom. I am a fan. Groovy. Do I like it? Yes, I'm a fan. It is not for everybody. It is quite, can be quite aggressive and... Yeah, it's quite aggressive. Not a kid's cartoon or animation by any stretch, but I am quite a fan. This playlist I am enjoying today is like it's not quite as hype as I was expecting, but some of these songs are quite groovy. The beak at the top is nice. I'm always a fan. Well, and it makes getting this shade up here a lot easier than doing a G that has, because you can shade the top of the loop. It just doesn't feel, or I feel like, look quite as good. Like, you can shade that one. Whoops, sorry, I was behind my picture. Which is still cool, but I like with the beak. One thing the beak does take away from a little bit is this shape here that we created in the middle. Because the beak, like this, is going into that loop, the beak is going into a compound curve. So this line ends up going sort of out like this way. So it will close up this a little bit more, which is you just gotta be wary of, I guess. But it's pretty sweet. I'm a fan. Oh, I really like that. I like that. That line coming up and around is pretty sweet. I'm feeling very creative today. Now, less so earlier, but having fun now. Oh, I heard it. Our spinning top is done. Oh, I wish it glue would glow in the dark. I wish I could spray it with something that would make it glow. Just after 12. That's not even 3 hours? It's supposed to spin for longer than that. But it was a little off balance. Today, for whatever reason, Can I do a B like we did the P up at the top of this page? Is that even possible? I'm not gonna think it through. I'm just gonna go for it. Oh no, because then we have to... I mean... if this was a little bit smaller of a loop, then it would have worked. And this can go down a little more. It's more like that. But that could work, I guess. Cool thing about penmanship and flourishes and all that stuff, you can pretty much make anything work. Just depends on how willing you are to stray from the norm. Not a fan of this going this way, though. Oh! What if... Ooh, I might like this better. Experiment time. Okay. Now, logistically. It only works if this is a little bit bigger, so it doesn't cut through that, goes in the middle, and ideally goes in between, and then this would be up here, so it goes right in between those two, in theory. Too much trouble than it's worth? Maybe, but makes for a fun experiment. Ah. It does a little bit, yeah. Alright, Sarah, sweet dreams. I hope your blind stitches worked out. That's sort of the idea. That's the, I got the spacing in there where this is in the middle between this and this. I got my stem was a little too close though. This would ideally travel farther this way, and then the stem would live just like a millimeter more to the left. Is sort of the idea in my head. Also, there's a possibility of not shading this, but shading maybe this inside one on this side? Curious. Curious. Curious, curious, curious. Okay, how did I do all that again? That didn't work. This should have gone way up and filled that space. Oh, but right, I was trying to leave space for the hairline to fit in the middle. Ugh. Too much of a balancing act. We'll work on that another day. But we were close with this one. Be close. Too much going on. Getting too silly. That looks like Lily. That doesn't look like silly at all. Play is very fun. Who needs a baseline? Got some weirdo spacing and designish strangeness. But on that note, we are gonna call tonight a night. You can't see my face. Very swooshy. Playing with... Who needs a bass line? Just go all over the place. Each word on a different line. Why not? We are going to end the stream there, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was a fun one. I'll admit we didn't get quite as far through our curated alphabet as I thought we would, or as I was hoping to. I spent quite a bit of time on the K and the N, which ate a lot of time. But it was a lot of fun. It didn't feel very draggy. We got a good deal of blacklight time as well, which is always awesome with this killing music. Yeah, always a good time. Thank you again so much, everybody. This has been great. I'm gonna put this on the screen because I think this is the favorite thing I wrote tonight. My groovy. Oh, the ink turns much less. We have Drunk Mermaid, and then it just turns pink. Once the ink dries, it's just pink. It loses I guess it just dries blue, is what it looks like to my eyes, and it loses the sort of tealish color of the wet ink. Shout out to all the lurkers in the room. Thank you very much for hanging out today. Lurker Leon, if you're here, what's up, dude? Anyways, thanks again, everybody. This has been fun. Make sure that you are falling in love with the process, and don't forget that life should be just a bit of silliness, really. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next week. And stream. Hiya.